Let's talk about the sample student essay. I would like for you to print out the original sample student essay and the revision of each of the components. As we go through the revision, you will have them in front of you and you'll be able to look at them as we talk. Now, I do want to tell you that this particular student is a BIPSI student and very kindly offered to allow me to use this essay. Jane Smith is not the student's real name, and I just want you to be aware of that. But I do want to publicly thank this student who knows who this student is and say that we all appreciate the use of this very fine work. Okay, so let's take a look at it then. First of all, we need to look at format. Does it have an MLA heading? Yes, it does. Her name, my name, the course name, and the date of the essay. We also have her name and page number in the proper spot, which is great. She has a title, which is important. You have to have a title, and the title needs to be some sort of indication of what I'm about to get into, okay? What I'm about to read. Now, the format is also done very well because she followed directions and she put this whole essay in Times New Roman 12-point font, which is what I require, and it also has a 1-inch margin. Again, go back to that rule that I told you about academic writing. Make sure you understand the assignment. Make sure that you have talked to the instructor about what font or size font that she prefers or he prefers. So, my comments are in red. So let's take a look at this piece by piece. And let's take the first sentence, which is the hook. This is the attention getter, the thing that opens up your essay that really is supposed to interest your reader. Here's hers. The unemployment rate for people with a college degree is only 4.5%, compared to people with only a high school education at 10.8%. Okay, couple of little things. The first thing, the percent sign. This should be written as a word. We really only want to use the percent sign when it is in a scientific format, unless you are using a direct quote. If you're using a direct quote, you need to quote it exactly and write it exactly as the writer before you has written it. In this case, she's paraphrased, which is fine. Paraphrases are wonderful, but she didn't need to use the percent sign. Not a big deal, but it's just something I wanted you to know. Also, notice that her in-text citation has no page numbers. And several of you out there are saying, oops, but don't say oops so fast. Because in this case, the source is from a library database, and it has no page numbers. There's no way she can put a page number when there is no page number to reference. Just don't make it up. Okay, it has to have an actual page number to put one in an in-text citation. So let's look at the fact that she used a statistic for a hook. Okay, great idea. And it's an interesting statistic, and it absolutely points you to what you're about to read, which is that college is necessary. She really sets you up very nicely with this statistic, and I think it was a great choice. But here's my problem. I'm not so sure that the statistic and the second and the next sentence blend well. Let's take a look. Her second sentence is, some people do not want to attend college because they do not want to take on the financial burden. Okay, if you're looking at the original sample essay, you will see that her introduction is only 3 sentences long. She has the statistic, and then she has that sentence, and then she has her thesis statement. It's okay to have a short introduction. It's fine. But it has to be completely effective. And we need to decide if these 2 sentences are completely effective. Let's look. Let's listen to them read together. The unemployment rate for people with a college degree is only 4.5% compared to people with only a high school education at 10.8%. Some people do not want to attend college because they do not want to take on the financial burden. All right. I don't think it's enough, first of all, to take us into the thesis, which is the next sentence. I think we need more information. In addition, the student opens with this really interesting fact about lower unemployment rates for those who hold college degrees. But then she states that some people don't like the financial burden of college. I don't think these 2 ideas are closely related, They are related to a degree that they both have to discuss. They both discuss college, but are they related enough to go side by side? I don't think so. I think that maybe even a transitional word would have helped. You want your ideas to be a natural progression of one to the next. Okay, so let's take a listen to these two sentences with at least a transition word in there and see how it sounds. The unemployment rate for people with a college degree is only 4.5%, compared to people with only a high school education at 10.8%. However, some people do not want to attend college because they do not want to take on the financial burden. That's better, but is it enough? Is it really enough? Okay, I don't think so, based on the next sentence, which is her thesis statement. These statistics about people who do not attend college prove that college is necessary because it enables a person to get a degree, offers better job opportunities, and helps people accomplish their goals. All right, let's take a look. First things first, a 3-point thesis. Yay! Wonderful, yay. Okay, but in a 3-point thesis, we do need to check for parallel structure, and she's got it, it's great. She uses verbs. She uses the 3 verbs, enables, offers, and helps. Now here's a little tiny thing that you might want to look at. Enables and helps are very similar in meaning. So my suggestion to her, if we had done a rough draft, and this would have been her rough draft, would be to give me verbs that were more distinct. Okay, a little bit different in meaning. But at any rate, let's take a look at the thesis statement. The first thing she says is these statistics. All right, how many statistics has she given us? Just 1. So these statistics is unclear because now as a reader I'm looking for another statistic and I'm not going to find one, obviously. So I think that that is a bad phrase, these statistics. In addition, the statistic is not really explained a little. She sort of drops and runs. Statistics should be explained. You should give me some information about why you find this statistic so interesting, why you think I'm going to find this statistic so interesting, or maybe a little bit about the importance of the statistic. At any rate, you need to explain it. Now, take a look at the thesis. All right, her thesis says she wants to prove college is necessary, and she gives us 3 reasons that prove college is necessary. Okay, those 3 reasons. However, at the beginning of her thesis, she also says that the statistics prove that college is necessary. So which is it? The statistics or the 3 reasons? So what I'd like for you to look at now is a revision of the introduction that I've written in blue. I've tried to use most of her material, but I've added some things to see what you think about the progression of ideas. Let's read it together. The unemployment rate for people with a college degree is 4.5% compared to people with only a high school education at 10.8%. This startling statistic suggests that people must go to college for a better chance for long-term employment. However, many people do not feel that college is necessary. They believe that they can get a decent job without additional schooling. Perhaps they do not want to attend college because of the financial burden or because they cannot find the time to attend classes. Nevertheless, the statistic demonstrates that a degree is a factor in today's competitive job market. However, a college degree offers more than just an edge for a job. It opens up a brighter future in other areas. College is necessary because it enables a person to get a degree, offers better job opportunities, and helps people accomplish their goals. Now, of course, you notice my introduction is much longer than hers. I also want you to notice that I took out one of the words only from the opening sentence. Okay, we try to want to watch repetition, which you'll learn a little bit more about when you take college composition. But I wanted to also tell you that I explained the reason for the statistic. Notice that. This startling statistic suggests. Okay, so I give you some information. Some possible reasons why I might be wrong about my assumption that college is necessary comes next. Okay? However, people don't feel that college is necessary. They think they can get a decent job without additional schooling. When I give this assignment, I have students that will always write about Steve Jobs and how they didn't finish college and they ended up being multimillionaires. Well, that's really great for Steve Jobs, but can you think of how many more? Can you think of 100? Can you think of 1,000? And so it's not a great statistic to use. However, I did give some information, okay, about the opposite side. Now, notice the transition word nevertheless. Okay? It brings me back to my statistic. All right? I've told you that what the statistic means. Then I've said, well, wait, this is true. And then I came back with nevertheless. And then I bring the reader back to my idea. The statistic demonstrates that a degree is a factor in today's competitive job market. Okay. Before I can give my thesis, I really need to say something about college being more than just a degree, because my thesis has 3 points to make. All right, yes, it does talk about getting a degree, but it also talks about offering you better job opportunities and helping people accomplish their goals. So it's not just all about the degree, this essay. So I really need to bring a little bit of something in there. So I use another transition word, I use the word however, to offer a glimpse of another point, which is the brighter future. And then I give the thesis. Okay, this introduction still offers the student ideas, but now they're clearer. So take a look at this, study it, go back and forth between the original and between the revision, and you'll see, I think you'll get a sense of exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Remember, introductions, hook, bridge, and thesis statement, and you will be able to write a fine introduction for your essay.